up?
What is happening, party people?
What's going on, guy?
It is a not so hostile takeover here on 2 Tons of Fun tonight.
It's
Mr.
actually
Kreegz
1.5 tons.
Hiatus. Yes, 1.5 tons of fun. What's happening, people?
Party people in the house tonight.
Woot woot.
So I don't have chat open or anything because it makes me drop frames. So
No problem.
You're in my
got my eye back and forth.
You're in my body tonight, Lord Thunder and Jesus.
What was that?
You're in my body tonight, Lord Thunder and Jesus.
I'm from the Maritimes, man, but you're still out of my league there.
You're the boy for the job, man. Lord Thunder and Jesus.
Lord Thunder and
Lord
Jesus.
Thunder and Jesus. So what's going on, brother?
So what's happening? Not a whole lot, man.
Yeah?
Just figured I'd step in for my good buddy Kreegz and broadcast a show with you. Yourself?
You know, filling in for my homeboy. No, you know what? Krieger's let me know today he got a thing tonight. He was at Pink. I think he went to Pink, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I'm not sure if we should be repeating that in public to everybody.
He took his bride. You can't fault him for that, right? You take
he
his bride.
He has the excuse that he took his wife,
you still get to keep your man card.
All right.
But, yeah, and you know what? We were here on Saturday, and I can't leave everybody hanging for this long.
Yeah, like everybody was going to miss your ugly mug.
Right? That's why I had to bring in your fuck ugly mug to take the attention off of me.
Exactly.
Did you bring in anything new?
I got some bags under my eyes big enough here I could pack for a vacation.
You need some fucking Botox.
Yeah. So what was that? Sorry, I cut you off and didn't hear what you said.
Did you get anything? Well, you're typical. Did you get anything new?
Did I get anything new? Yeah, I got one of those little nano tanks to shorten up my Russian and make it last me even less than it does now with a full tank of juice.
Well,
but
look at you go.
Other than that, I did kind of get a bunch of stuff, but not actually any of it for me. It's all to put in my store and sell, so there'll now be some reasonable priced starter kits on PEI to buy and juice to go with them.
You're opening a store?
Somewhat. I already have a storefront, and I'm gonna put some e-cigs in and see how it goes. I've heard a lot of people around here saying that they've got kits from people, and there was no support behind them. There was no new atomizer heads to put in their EVODs when they were done working. Crapped out on them. There was no juice to go back and buy. It was just more or less a money grab of here's your kit, see you later.
Really?
No one with any real service or
no support, nothing. How the fuck are we supposed to keep converts if we're not supporting converts?
Exactly, and I was kind of stuck in that situation myself when I started vaping on PEIs. There's just nothing here. There's no place that I could go to get a new Claro. There was no place I could go to get juice. There was just no options for me. So if something broke, I was sitting waiting for mail order. And I mean, there's a few places close enough to me I could get it within a few days. Right. But what are you going to do in those few days?
That's right.
If something doesn't work,
go to fucking 7-Eleven. That's what everybody else would do, right?
Exactly. You're hitting the convenience store and you're buying a pack of smokes. And I mean, for me, it's just not an option anymore, and I want it to be not an option for anyone else.
You're pushing over a month, aren't you?
Just past my month, yep.
Atta boy.
32 days.
32 days. Holy fuck. Next thing you'll be telling me, dude, I hit a year.
It's all downhill from here, man.
Betcha. I got some new juices.
Thanks, Beetle. What juices did you get?
Oh, fuck. I struck the mother load from DSV, man.
Oh, yes. You got to try all the new flavors.
Well, I didn't try Yin Yang, and I didn't try... Oh, what was the other one? No, I did try... Amy tried the other one. I don't know what the fuck it's called. But I got Albino Storm, which is a menthol vanilla deal. It's a good palate cleanser, and it clears you up when you're stuffed up.
Sounds different.
I put G-Money off to I benched G-Money.
Oh, I heard that. I think that's got to be a bad deal when the namesake benches the juice.
But it's not for long, man. It's not for long. But I benched G-Money.
Just needed a break.
Yeah, I benched G-Money. I am now hopelessly addicted to apple pie a la mode. That is some fucking good juice, man.
It sounds really good. And the way you've been bragging it up, I'm going to have to order some very soon.
It gets me all hot and bothered and makes me tingle in special places in my nose zone.
Gets you all hot and bothered. I haven't found any juice that's got me hot and bothered yet.
And then the other
I'm
one,
going to have to try that.
The other one I'm kind of half-ass hooked on. It's not an all-day vape for me, but it's good for, grab for a change, is Saskatoon berry pie.
Yeah, I had it as well, and I enjoyed it. I'm not normal. I shouldn't say I'm not a fruit vapor, because I do like some fruit juices, but I don't normally like berry. And with that bit of crust in there, it was enough to switch it up, take the tartness out of the berry that I don't normally like. I really enjoyed it.
It's good. I'm missing my vape case. I swore I put it in my wife's purse, but she says it's not in there, and I can't find the damn thing. But whatever. Yeah, right, Pixie? Leave it to a fat guy to like pie. I'm hoping my wife heard me and is going to take pity on me and look for my vape case. Not happening, apparently.
Fruity vapor. Who's the fruity vapor, Crip? Don't be giving me a hard time, man.
We can go there, Right next to your enter miscellaneous object here in her purse.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense to me either.
It's a Fiona thing. It's a Fiona-ism.
The Fiona-ism.
It's a Fiona-ism. And then Kreegz is gonna kill me, but it's not lost. It's just kind of busted.
It's not lost. It's just kind of busted.
Okay, so
Busted?
you know I get up at absolutely astronomically stupid times in the morning to go to work.
At the crack of dawn, yes.
No, it's even Dawn's even too scared to get out of bed at that point. So my ohm meter was sitting on my desk with a Kraken on it, and I took the Kraken off, okay, and I put it on my device, and I went to go grab my cell phone and my wallet and my fucking whatever the fuck else I had to grab, and I knocked now the deviceless ohms checker off, and it hit the floor, and now the battery door doesn't stay on the fucking thing. So I'm going to have to, I don't know, duct tape it or something.
You're hard on stuff, Jeff.
Oh, fuck. If I can break it, I'll break it. Or if it can be broken, I'll break it. Duct tape. Fast Tech Special.
Yeah, duct tape fixes everything.
It is still light from the sunset some mornings. Monday, it was 3 a.m. when I went to work. It was fucking ridiculous. I had just gotten to bed and had to get up and go to work.
I can't imagine that. The job that I've had for the last, 15 years, I've never had to be up before lunchtime. So, obviously, I'm on the East Coast. There's a 3-hour time difference for me. And I'm still up every night with you guys until you guys crash out, and I'm usually still here.
Krieger's got me on Monday. He texted me. No, I talked to him in the store Monday, and he says, "You know what I did at 7 o'clock this morning?" I said, "What?" I walked into the office and sat down, and didn't do very much for the first hour. And I said, "Oh yeah, you know what I did at 7 o'clock this morning? I was on load number 2.5."
In and out of a cold truck, tarping loads.
Fuck. No tarping. I got aluminum tarps now.
Oh really?
Yeah, I do bulk.
Welcome to PEI. You still got to get up on the side of the rig and pull that blanket over top of your load here. Nobody's that advanced yet.
Yeah, it's true, Major. It's lunchtime's around 5 in the morning, right?
You know, all 3 truckers that are here on PEI.
Yeah, well, all the rest of them have to go get their load in Moncton, don't they?
Yeah. There's not enough stuff to haul on Prince Edward Island for any more than 3 truckers, don't you know?
Fucking 3 trucks, nose to nose, will reach one end of the island to the other.
The jokes never end about how tiny my little island is, eh?
Well, you're the, one of 4 that live there? The other 3 are related to you?
Can you see that?
No, I'm blind. So what are you vaping on?
Right now I'm vaping on some Pillow Talk.
Oh.
When I very first got it, Yeah, man, I'm filling in for Kreegz. I gotta fly that funky flag.
I gotta say, it's a good juice. The thing with, like, Funky makes some killer fucking juices, but I was never one to get drawn in, you know?
See, when I first tried Polo Talk, I wasn't a big fan. And I think what it was at the time, I had just won that contest, and I was bombarded with so many juices, it was unbelievable. I was daily tasting 4 or 5 different flavors of juice that I had never tried before, and if it wasn't something that just immediately jumped right out at me and was, wow, this is really good, I just kind of re-wicked and moved to the next juice looking for that everyday vape, right?
Yeah.
And I pretty much came to the conclusion over time that I don't have an all-day vape. I like to have 3 or 4 devices on the go constantly and switching it up all day. Otherwise, I kind of get sick of no matter what I'm vaping. I haven't found anything yet that I would want to consistently vape and not have something else to switch it up with.
Right.
So I ended up picking the Polo Talk up a few weeks later, and after it steeped for a while, I really enjoyed it. And now, just in the last day, I've dripped through the top half of this bottle.
Holy. I got some vape mail too the other day. I got 2 pieces of vape mail. Oh fuck! One of them pissed me off so fucking bad. I don't even know where I threw the fucking thing.
I believe we were in a hangout while you were trying to build that.
What a fucking chunk of monkey shit. Holy fuck! I don't even, like I said, I don't even know where.
Is it a chunk of monkey shit, or is it the person building it, Jeff?
No, I'm trying to find it. My kid fucking ransacked my desk, so I don't even know where the fucking thing is. But I guess I'll show the happy vape mail. I got 3 bottles of fucking Granada.
Oh, yummy.
I can't wait to fucking...
Speaking of Granada, I did get more vape mail. Now that you remind me, I have a bit of a short memory. There's my Granada. There's my Granada delivery that came this week.
You beat me by 2 bottles by...
And not only did I get that, as we're thinking about it, you were nice enough to send me a bottle of juice by the same juice maker, Next Level Vapors, called Purple People Eater, and I'm just scanning around the room looking to see where it's at.
Where did I put it? Where did I put it?
Yeah, stuff here. I was really hoping that it was going to be heavy on the anise like the Granada, but it was more so heavy on the grape, eh?
Yeah, it really was. Here, float the show for a minute. I gotta look around for something.
Sure. Float the show.
I'm still here audio-wise, but... Nope, there's one piece of it. Now, if my beautiful bride would only find my vape case...
So what's happening, everyone in chat? Supposedly I'm going to carry this show like I'm real good at that.
Get on it. You're not carrying it. We're dropping.
I know.
Okay,
look,
I'm back.
The viewers are leaving as we speak.
So, it's rant time, and I'm... What?
Yeah, for sure, Major. I love the anise vapes. Granada's my go-to. Like I said, I don't have an all-day vape, but that's definitely the one that I have in rotation every day. It's always in a dripper.
Okay, so I'm not going to be as good at the rants as Kreegz. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm not a Kreegz-style ranter. I aspire to be one day. So,
who's got the charisma that guy has, though, really, Jeff?
Right? I know. Fuck! It's really hard to match that guy, I tell you. Now I'm looking for my fucking long-lost hoot on the floor. Being bent over like that, making all the blood rush to my fucking rather empty head. Alright, let's see if I can do it this time.
Something up there.
Okay, so my beautiful bride ordered me a Kraken off of Fast Crap.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So I get this Kraken. Here it is. It's this camera I'm looking at. So here's the Kraken.
Nope.
Looks
You're
like
at a frame.
You're on Kraken.
You're at a frame. Move over.
I can see what I'm broadcasting.
All I see is the side of your hand. I'm pretty sure that's all anybody in chat sees, too.
I don't know. Anyway, I held it up once. So I get a phone call. Hey, you got a piece of vape mail from Fast Crap. Okay, cool. So I get home and I take the top cap off, which wasn't sitting on it fucking properly anyway. And this is what I find underneath. Now, for those of you who know what a Kraken looks like on the deck, That's not it.
Okay.
So the two wick holes are side by side. There's a screw hole that's plugged, a screw with a screw in it, or a screw hole with a screw in it, and some sort of miscellaneous. I'm assuming it's a fill hole. So I thought, well, how am I going to build this fucking thing? So I rolled a wick, I torched it, I figured I'm going to do this. I am, man, I'm going to make it roar. And then I went to go pull the screw out, and I hope you can see this. It just falls right out of the fucking hole. It's the wrong fucking size. So I try to find a screw that is the right size, and the threads are fucked. And look at the post, it's got fucking washers on it. It's like an AGA-T with a cracking cap.
For some reason, I can't see, but everybody in chat can, so...
Hold on. There's your camera.
There. Now I can see.
Who the fuck puts washers on? And look at... Ugh. So... And then this plugged hole. What the fuck is this plugged hole all about? Fucking chunk of shit.
So when you got it, Jeff, what kind of packaging did it come in?
A fucking manila envelope and a box. It says Vapor on it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
See, so there's obviously different clone manufacturers for them then, because mine came...
This guy was fucking drunk and waiting for Chinese New Year to start. He wanted to go play with his fucking fireworks. I'm telling you, dance around in his dragon suit. He was not interested in drilling the fucking holes or threading.
Yeah, see, mine came in this.
Yeah, you see, I got another one from River City Vapes, shameless plug, right?
And it's the one with no logo on it.
Okay, see, both of mine have the logos on them. And then, well, the Fast Crap one does too. The Fast Crap one even has a fucking serial number on it.
Really?
Yeah, US 295. Or, sorry, 523.
What?
So, I mean, at worst, though, I got an extra top cap and an extra glass tank that probably neither fit on our fucking other Kraken, so who knows?
Yeah. There's a good chance of that, too.
Fucking monkey shit. So, yeah, imagine, you were in the hangout, and imagine my fucking reaction for those of you who weren't in the hangout. There was a few expletives.
Yeah, between that and the fogger, you did not have a good week.
No. And then I got one. You were in the hangout too. I picked up another Kraken, so now I have two of them from RCV. And I decided, hey, I'm gonna dual wick this one.
Oh, so you're telling me you have a third one now?
No, I've got. Well, yeah, just the Fast Craft one's the third one.
Oh, okay.
So it's a replacement piece of glass, which is going into the one that the glass is chipped on. And it's got a replacement top cap, which probably doesn't fucking
Have you
fit.
tried getting the glass off of those?
No.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Oh,
I thought that maybe I would take mine apart and completely clean it the other day.
I can get the glass off the fucking Fast Crap one, no problem, because there's probably... No, really, there's no O-ring holding it on.
I twisted and twisted and twisted, and the O-ring is turning on the inside of the metal instead of the glass turning over top of the O-ring.
Nice.
And I'm scared to put too much pressure on it in case I ended up with a busted glass.
Yeah. I did that on a Cardo tank, and glass in the thumb does not fucking feel good.
I bet not.
But, yeah, so I decided I'm going to dual coil this Kraken. Whipped it out, fucking rolled the wicks, burned them, rolled a coil over my fancy schmancy crochet hook, chucked her in the hole, fucking wrapped both coils around the post, pulsed it. Oh, look at that. You know, no hot legs. Everything's good. Chucked the wicks in. Everything was still great. Threw it on the ohm meter, 0.3. So 0.6 either side, right? Am I right on that one?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I took a few vapes. I had vaped on it for a little while, and then all of a sudden I got a burn mark on my hand from my fucking Nemi tube.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's time to
dig.
That's time to fucking change the resistance.
For sure, yeah. I've never had my Nemi tubes heat up on me.
Well, I was talking to Curly, and he was saying, check the contacts in the center joint. And I did, and sure enough, they're dirty. And he said, you're just getting a dead short in the center joint of your Nemesis, so clean it like you do all your, like, I'm meticulous for the most part with my Polyak. I take it apart every couple of weeks and get the eraser out and the tissue and give it a hot water bath, make sure it's all sparkling clean, and I air dry it and I cover it and make sure it's warm when it goes to bed at night. I should be doing the same thing with this.
So you were just talking about wicking and making a coil and getting it with no hot spots. I personally am the worst at wrapping jennies.
Really?
I've tried and tried. I can't get them to work without any hot spots. So the conclusion I came to was, in all my drippers and other devices, I wrap microcoils, and they work great for me. So I thought to myself, you know, why can't I take and wrap a microcoil on stainless steel mesh?
Right?
So I gave it a try.
If it works for you and it makes you happy and it satisfies you, fucking do it.
I gave it a try, and here's the results.
It looks like it's fucking doing its job.
No hot spots, and I mean, it seems to work decent. I'm still not sure I'm a Jenny guy yet, but I'm going to give it a try.
See, my thing was practice. The AGAT turns you into a little bit of a kind of a coil.
Master, because they're so
definitely
finicky.
not a master, but it certainly enlightens you on how to build a coil without hot spots. So
Yeah.
I wrap it around my crochet hook. I leave it on the crochet hook. I punch the crochet hook into the device. I secure the negative post, and then my own, and everybody's different, but I take the top post and I put it on the screw so that as the screw tightens, it kind of tugs a little bit on the wire. So I guess I put it on the left-hand side of the screw so that as the screw tightens, it twists a little bit. And I pull the crochet hook out and I make sure that everything looks kind of to the eye, evenly spaced, and I give it a quick pulse. Immediately, I'm going to get a hot leg either on the top or the bottom, so I just got to wiggle it and put the crochet hook back in, wiggle it and jiggle it, maybe put a little kink in the top leg if I have to, or make sure it's not too tight, whatever. A little bit of playing with it, a little bit of patience with which I do not have, and yeah, and then all of a sudden it all glows evenly and it lights up the same and you're ready to go. I actually don't run the AGAT anymore, CK. I run the Kraken now, but I was running stainless steel mesh with 0.5 mil, I don't know, flat wire at the time because it didn't hot leg as bad. When ribbon wire was all the rage.
Yeah, see, this is working great right now. That's my thing with Jennies, I guess. I pick them up. Sometimes they work amazing, and other times I pick them up and I end up burning through a half a tank of juice messing around with it, trying to get it to work right.
Really? The other thing, it's been a popular fucking vape mail week for me. Holy shit. Whoops. Fucking screensavers. There we go. I picked up 2 new drip tips. All right?
2 new drip tips, huh?
Yeah, I got the silver and black Chaplin and the golden black Chaplin.
Sexy.
Right? Not bad, eh?
And where did you get those?
Some guy I know.
Some guy you know, huh?
At RCV. Where else do I fucking shop?
We need one more shameless plug in there, man.
Right? I may as well just sign my fucking paychecks over to him.
Or at least work it off.
Either way, right? Go scrub floors with a toothbrush.
Yeah, I'm sure I can see you scrubbing floors with a toothbrush.
Cinderella. And I'm waiting for Corey to get his 8,000 feet of fucking 24 gauge in.
Yeah, so what exactly are you going to do with that? Wrapping Jennies? Because I know in a K-Fun, I highly doubt you're even going to be able to trap that wire underneath.
I don't know. I don't think you will. No, I'll wrap Jennies with it. K-Fun I use really with the most success. I use flat wire.
Flat wire in a K-Fun?
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, because the way the wick lines up, it slides flat underneath. And for those of you who may or may not have seen flat wire, I'll show you. But
So you're talking about a regular coil with spacing between them, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm a
So
new vapor, and I jumped right on that microcoil train, and I'm loving it.
there's a piece of flat wire in the camera view, if you can see it. It's just a flat rectangular shaped chunk of wire. But the way you put the wicks in the K-Fun, it lies flat underneath the screws, and because it's flat, you get more surface area over the wicking material to vaporize the juice. So
See, I've heard that flat ribbon wire was great for flavor, but didn't produce very dense vape, that it wasn't very hot.
no, it doesn't produce a super hot vape. It doesn't. It just doesn't. The thing is you'd have to do like a 1-2 wrap to get below 0.7 of an ohm, and that's where you're going to get the heat from, right?
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, you're not being very efficient with your coil because you've only got 2 points of contact on your wick.
You don't really want to go much lower than an ohm in a K-Fun anyhow,
No.
do you? Isn't that like
Mine are
burning your insulators
yeah,
and
you
stuff
do.
at that point?
You do. Mine runs at 0.9, but I don't go any lower. I've run it at 0.7, but it gets fucking hot.
That's the lowest that I run mine, or at 0.9. And
Yeah.
like I was saying the other night, I can notice even if I push the small little drip tips that come with the K-Funs and the Russians that have the tiny air hole, if I push one of those up against my lip as I'm taking a draw, I can actually feel it burning my lip.
Yeah,
it
it gets
gets that hot in it.
It gets fucking hot.
0.9. I usually wrap them anywhere between 1.2 and 1.4 and then run them on a DNA device.
But you dig on your microcoil. You're like Kreegz. You dig on the microcoil. You like your set wattage, and that's if I had a DNA that I can play with the wattage in a hot area,
Yeah.
I might fall in love with it. But anything I've got goes only as high as 15 watts, and I mean when you do the chart conversion on my Jennies on a fresh battery, they're running anywhere between 40 and 60 watts.
I mean, the extra 5 watts definitely makes a big difference. And not only that, but the way it distributes power, the DNA, as compared to like an SPD or other devices, is a lot more efficient, in my opinion. The reason I like the DNA so much is that I can leave the same atomizer on here, the same coil, and I can use it as my all-day vape for just a normal vape, or I can toss a few drips in this like I just did, crank it up to 20 watts.
And hold on to your ass.
And become Puff the Magic Dragon.
Look at you go. You're one step away from being KP.
So yeah, then you can back it off and use it as your daily vape, and you don't got to mess around with a bunch of devices and different coils and resistances and whatnot.
And humdrums and doodads and...
Yeah, and all that jazz.
That's right.
So, geez, we almost pulled through this whole show.
Almost, right?
Only 15 minutes left. Or do you go till, well, I guess 2 my time, is it?
I don't know. We've still got 15 minutes. Wow, we punched through that pretty fucking quick.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And we still got an audience. Look at that.
Holy.
Everybody needs a DNA major.
My chat just caught up. Holy shit. So Beetle already knows the answer. Kreegz does have the Chaplin tips. I'm ignoring the comments from my mother-in-law.
When you say you're running your K-Fun at 0.7, what are you running it on? A variable voltage device or on a Mac?
Most variable voltages won't run 0.7. All right, I got a question for you, Smoke. That jackass with the pipe bomb at the airport, did you see a picture of it? It's about the size of a mod. It's going to make it hard to travel now out of Edmonton. It's going to. I mean, when we went down to the Caribbean last spring, we had a little bit of trouble in... I had just got through security in Miami, and we're on our way to boarding, and I went to go grab my carry-on, and they grabbed hold of me instead. What's this? And I had to explain it, and then they still didn't believe me, so he said, I want to see it work. And I put the battery in, I put the Addy on the top, I turned it on, and I would say, okay, you ready? And he, yeah, I want to see it work. So I pushed the fucking button, and he stepped back waiting for a bang, and I vaped, and I said, I told you, it's just a personal vaporizer. You should probably not bring that. You should probably kiss my ass.
So what do you think would be a bigger threat to them now with that happening with the pipe bomb? Do you think you'd have better luck getting through
Nope.
something like that?
I think that's going to be exactly, and it has wires in it. So when it goes through the X-ray, they're going to see all the fucking wires and that big Jesus button on it, and they're going to go, no, sorry, not happening. At least with an empty tube with no wires in it, you can get by and say, listen, it's harmless. It's an empty fucking tube. It's flashlight parts. What do you want me to say?
So maybe it would be smart to grab a spinner or something like that with variable voltage that you could travel with in the case that they maybe take it from you and you end up stuck with no vape.
Yeah, like I refuse to let my vape shit ride in my checked baggage because you don't know if they open it. And when you get to your destination, you finally get your bag off the carousel. It's got a great big chunk of yellow tape over it saying open by security or TSA or whatever, and your vape shit's gone, right?
Yeah. See, I've only been vaping for a short while, so I've never actually had to travel yet with any of my vape stuff. I'm not really looking forward to it, to be honest, with some of the stories I've heard from people. But then I've heard from lots of other people that it was 100% fine. But we're also seeing a lot of negative things in the media lately and stuff.
Yeah.
So you don't know which
really,
way it's
I mean,
gonna go.
as far as in the U.S., they don't really give a shit. As long as you can prove to them it's not going to hurt anybody, they don't care. But I know, like, we had trouble when we left Calgary. They were kind of iffy about letting it on, and I got the whole fucking speech, you can't use it on the airplane and all that shit. I still use it on the airplane with their fucking blessing. But
once you were on the plane, they told you it was fine, but going in, they told you it wasn't?
Yeah, security didn't want me to fucking take it on the airplane, and kiss my grits.
So were you asked to, like, keep it on the down low and be discreet, or were you allowed to just openly blow clouds? Free will?
We had basically the back 6 rows of the plane to ourselves. And the flight attendant said, I know what it is. It's, I see it all the time. I don't mind if you use it. I'd like you to try and keep, the clouds to a minimum. I don't want anybody thinking there's a fucking fire on the airplane. So we just vaped. We stealthed. I mean, if we blew it out, we blew it out and brushed it away and fuck whatever. Nobody said anything.
I know. I was in chat with one of the VapeStrong viewers the other day, and he has to stealth vape in his job on a daily basis. And I was amazed. He was blowing fairly big clouds, and then he said, I'm going to try my double inhale to see if I can actually stealth vape this while I'm at work, because he said now with this build in it, it works so much better. He's like, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to. And he took a couple hits off it, and he inhales, and then inhales the second time and holds it for a few seconds, and he was taking huge puffs, blowing out, and there was barely any visible vapor left. Like, I was really amazed at how well he could conceal it for the amount of vapor he was taking in at a time. It was pretty amazing.
When we were Christmas shopping at West Ed Mall, we were in a store, and I was sitting there. Amy was grabbing something, and I was sitting there with the kids, and I stealth vaped. Pulled out I had the VTR, so it's not very stealthy. Pulled it out, took a hit, held my breath for a minute, blew it out, nothing came out. And this woman started fucking bitching and crying at me because she knew what it was, or thought she knew what it was. And she says, how dare you endanger the people in this store? I said, what are you talking about, lady? And she goes off about smoking and this, that, and the next thing. I said, I'm an asthmatic. It's an inhaler. I've never seen an inhaler look like that. I said, cold air constricts the airways. This heats up the medication, opens the airways. Fuck off. Oh, I'm so sorry for bothering you. I mean, it's a fucking lie, but shut up.
I know. I mean, when I very first started vaping, I'm sure everyone else has done it too. When they very first started vaping, you're that dickhead that wants to vape in the mall because you can get away with it, etc.
Amy does it. She doesn't fucking care. I'm walking behind her. Hey, stealth vape. Shut up. Big fucking cloud above her head.
I do it every once in a while in a store. I'd be walking down an aisle, and I mean, in PEI, it's not odd to be walking down the aisle of a mall and have nobody else in the aisle with you. So take a big toot and blow it out, and then someone will walk around the corner and they'd see the cloud and they're immediately looking at your hand, looking for the cigarette, right? They're scanning around, looking, and it's like, no, you're not going to see a cigarette. Sorry, buddy. And they're kind of, sniffing the air, and they're looking at you strange. They're not quite sure. They're like, I see a cloud. He doesn't have a cigarette. He doesn't smell like smoke. What? They're perplexed. They have no clue what's
Where's
going
the fire?
Yeah, exactly.
No, when we first started vaping, I went into Walmart and I blew just a fucking. At the time, I thought it was a big ass cloud. I blew a cloud in the aisle, and Amy's like, we better change aisles.
Yeah, I think it's some of the smoke detectors have infrared lights or something on them, don't they? And that's what actually sets them off. Is
Mine
the
will,
fog, not the actual smoke.
Mine upstairs will pick up the vape or the steam from a shower.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, damn you, Crip, you're right. You said these last 15 minutes would drag ass, and I just looked up and only 5 minutes have gone by.
Photoelectric, is that what it is that sets it off?
Yeah, getting all technical. It's one of them there laser doodads.
It's a thingamajig that reads the smoke and saves your life.
It's a laser doodad.
A humdrum. What do I want to vape? Since my wife won't fucking find my vape case for me.
Just scrolling back in chat to see what all questions I missed here.
That fucking Saskatoon berry pie is good for a change. I like that. Hi, Sarah.
Yeah, it is definitely. It's refreshing for sure. It's something different. Like I said, it's a fruit vape, but it's not. It has that little bit of pie crust in there to give it something different.
That's what Amy doesn't like, is the taste of the baked goods in there.
Oh, really? See, that's what made me enjoy it, was the pie crust. If it had been just the berry alone, I don't think I would have liked it. The strawberry Campino I liked as well. When I first got it, not so much, but after I left it sit and steep for a couple of weeks and went back to it, same idea, I guess, as the Pillow Talk. It was probably decent, and I just passed it over because I was looking for something better. When like I said, I had a liter of juice to go through and try. I had all the cold turkey line. I had a bunch of stuff from Funky, a bunch of stuff from Redux sent me the whole Arcanum line, like Kreegz. There was juice from Kreegz. There was just so much. Like, I'm sorry if I left anybody out. I just can't even remember all the people that donated. It was unreal. The stuff just kept every day, every second day. Stuff would just keep rolling in on the mail.
That's the great thing about being a new vapor. You stock your fucking postie.
Oh, my postie loved me. I ended up giving him a $50 voucher for the liquor store, and the smile on his face when he was walking away, man. I don't think I'll ever have another problem with my mail again.
Nice. Yeah, I got the Saskatoon berry from River City Vapes, and it's a DSV juice, Beetle. It's fucking good. Yeah, it's a good one. Try it. That and apple pie a la mode. And if you're a heavy G Money user, Albino Storm's a good palate cleanser for when your G Money becomes bland.
Yeah, so, see, I was kind of under the impression when that first came out that it was basically G Money with menthol, and you say no, eh?
No, it's to me it's different. It's a different vanilla taste, and it's heavy on them. I actually had to dilute it a little bit, and you're from out in Hinton, good old Hinton.
You diluted the Albino Storm?
I put in a roughly 60% Albino Storm and topped up the rest with a little bit of G Money. It just cuts the edge off the menthol.
Can't get away from that G Money, huh? You say you shelved it. I know you'll be back into that stuff within
Won't take long. Won't fucking take long, brother. Yeah, good old Hinton, where you can't drink the water, you can't shower in the water, can't cook with the water, and you can't breathe the air.
Sounds like a great place. I gotta move there.
You must be out towards Brule then. Oh, Cattleman. and what doesn't help the menthol too is I'm running it in a Jenny, so it pulls it out that much more.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not sure that I'm a Jenny user yet. I picked it up there and I vaped a bit of sugar cookie and set it back down. I think it's the stainless steel. The flavor off it, I just don't enjoy it.
Try throwing. You're a cotton user. You look up Rick Tripper's auto dripper, and he
Yeah,
takes.
I mean, I thought of doing that, and it's a good idea and all, but at the same time, I'm kind of of the mind that if I have a Jenny, I want it to be set up as a Jenny. Like, I mean, I have drippers out the ass here. I've got Tridents, I've got Igos.
But it's still a Jenny. It's just the way he puts the cotton in it. It wicks so quickly, and he's using an increased ohm coil.
Mm-hmm.
But the cotton wicks so quickly, and the coil is still slightly on the cooler side that it auto wicks on its own. Like you don't have to do the Jenny tilt on it or anything.
I'll have to try it out.
Either that one thing
You're saying you don't even have to tip it?
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
I'll definitely be trying that out then.
The other thing you can do is if it's the tip that pisses you off, then that's probably your best idea. But if you don't mind tipping it, try stainless steel wire or like braided cable.
Actually, Jason from Redux sent me a short piece of wire. I just have to find some tape and a Dremel wheel so that I can cut it clean without getting it all frayed on the ends.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to drop that in and give it a try.
Heat it up till it's cherry red, and then cut it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that was what Jason tried, but it ended up the ends of it are still all mushed. I don't know if the cutters just weren't sharp enough, or...
It could be.
Trying to see if I can find it here. Anyway, it's in the abyss that is my vaping drawers. Oh, here it is.
What are you breaking now?
Yeah, I don't know if you can see that very well
Yeah.
or not.
Yeah.
It's pretty mushed up on the end.
If you got a high-speed Dremel, it'll zip through it.
Yeah. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to wrap a piece of tape around the end and then zip it off at the end of the tape so that it can't fray.
Mm-hmm. And then I've tried running silica down into it, where if you're able to take the glass tank off, it makes it easy. You just run the silica through the hole and just wrap it around the center post a couple of times, so it just sits in there in the big bird's nest. And stick the glass over top. Put a small piece of stainless steel around your wick sticking out of the hole. It's just something for the coil to grab onto. And then wrap your coil, slide it all the way through the coil till the stainless steel touches the wick, and vape away. But you still got to tip it every now and then.
Yeah, see, the thing for me is that, I mean, I like having something that I can take with me on the go, and I can't stick a Jenny in my pocket without all the juice leaking out my pocket, right?
That's a downfall.
So that's one downfall for me. And other than that, like I said, I'll try it set up as a dripper, but at the end of the day, as an auto dripper. But at the end of the day, I think Jenny's just aren't my bag.
Yeah, well, I mean, hey, fuck, they're not for everybody, right?
I like rocking my drippers and my K-Funs.
I like my K-Fun. Well, it's that time, buddy.
It is so that time. I just looked up, seen that it was 1:30. We're kind of dying off there anyhow. It's probably time to cut it off and say goodnight as it is.
You betcha. I'll let you go first.
Well, I hope I didn't bore everyone filling in for Mr. Charisma. Thanks for stopping in and joining us for the night. Tune in next week when you'll have your regular host back and probably a lot more going on.
And thanks for coming out. And when you're walking down the street, vaping on your PV, APV, MPV, PPCLI, whatever you want to call it, and a smoker gives you a stink eye, explain it to them, share the knowledge, make a convert. Fuck Health Canada. And since Kreegz isn't here, make smart choices. Thanks for coming out, everybody.
Take care, everyone.